As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the frozen tundra, Aga pulled his furs tighter around him. His breath formed little clouds in the frigid air, and he could feel the wind gnawing at the edges of his shelter. A crude hut, made from mammoth bones and animal skins. The night was alive with the sounds of the Ice Age, the mournful howl of wolves, the eerie screech of an owl, and the incessant moan of the glaciers. But inside the hut, nestled between his mate and their 2 children, Oogway felt a surge of primal pride. They had survived another day in this unforgiving world, and that was all that mattered. The Ice Age, a period of Earth's history characterized by the presence of glaciers and falling global temperatures, lasted for a surprisingly long time, estimated to have started around 2.6 million years ago and ended about 11,700 years ago. That's right, our planet went through several cycles of intense cold, each lasting thousands of years and shaping the world into a frozen wasteland, and humans like Aga, along with other animals and plants, had to adapt or face extinction. But what was daily life actually like during the Ice Age? How did people survive in such harsh conditions? And most importantly, how can we learn from these ancient humans as we face our own environmental challenges today? Humans first appeared during the Pleistocene epoch, which was part of the larger Ice Age. Initially, humans were nomadic hunter-gatherers, constantly on the move in search of food. They lived in small groups and relied on their knowledge of the land and their ability to make and use tools to find sustenance. As the Ice Age progressed, the climate became colder and drier, leading to the formation of glaciers and the megafauna. Large animals, such as woolly mammoths, giant sloths and saber-toothed cats, roamed the earth. Humans had to contend with these dangerous creatures, not only for their own safety, but also for the safety of their food sources. To hunt these animals, early humans developed more sophisticated weapons and tools, including spears, knives and axes made from stone, bone or wood. They also learned to work together in larger groups to take down larger prey. In the face of danger, early humans used their intelligence and adaptability to survive. They developed clothing made from animal skins to protect themselves from the cold, and they created shelters made from rocks, caves, or fallen trees to provide them with a safe place to sleep at night. To find food, early humans followed herds of animals, searching for berries, nuts, and roots to gather. When they found a source of food, they would eat until they were full and then move on, always keeping their eyes open for new sources of food. In addition to hunting and gathering, some early humans began to experiment with growing their own food. They learned to plant seeds and care for them until they grew into plants that could be eaten. This practice eventually led to the development of agriculture, which allowed humans to stay in one place and grow their own food, instead of constantly moving from place to place. However, it's important to note that agriculture was not widely adopted until after the Ice Age had ended. One of the most significant challenges early humans faced during the Ice Age was the lack of food. As the climate became colder and drier, many plants and animals died off, making it harder for humans to find food. This led to a period of time known as the Younger Dryas, which was a sudden return to colder temperatures around 13,000 years ago. During this time, humans had to work even harder to find food, and some groups even resorted to cannibalism to survive. However, despite these challenges, humans were able to adapt and survive the Ice Age by using their intelligence, creativity, and determination. They developed new tools and techniques to hunt and gather food, and they learned to work together in larger groups to take down bigger prey. Some humans even began to grow their own food, which eventually led to the development of agriculture. Without these adaptations, it's likely that humans would have gone extinct during the Ice Age, just like many other species of animals and plants. Fast forward to the present day, and we're facing our own environmental challenges, including climate change, habitat loss, and the extinction of species. By learning about how early humans adapted and survived during the Ice Age, we can gain insight into how to deal with our own problems. For example, early humans learned to work together in larger groups to take down bigger prey. Similarly, we may need to work together on a larger scale to address global environmental problems. Early humans also developed new tools and techniques to hunt and gather food. Likewise, we may need to develop new technologies and methods to conserve and use resources more sustainably. Perhaps most importantly, early humans demonstrated resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Despite the challenges they faced, they were able to adapt and survive. We can draw inspiration from their tenacity as we work to protect the environment and ensure a sustainable future for ourselves and for future generations. By studying the past, we can better understand the present and work towards a brighter future. But let's go back to Og and his family. The ice outside the hut was thick and unforgiving, but inside the warmth of the fire was a comforting presence. His son Turok snuggled close to his mother, while his daughter Zara watched the dancing flames with wide eyes. Egwe's mind drifted to the day's hunt. The mammoth they had brought down was a great success, and its meat would keep his family fed for several days. He could still remember the thrill of the chase, the rush of adrenaline as the massive beast had charged at him, and the sense of triumph when they finally brought it down. But the hunt had not been easy. The cold had made it difficult for them to track the mammoth, and the thick snow had slowed them down. The animal had fought back fiercely, goring the ground and sending up sprays of snow. But Aga and his group had persevered, using their spears and knives to weaken the beast, until finally it had collapsed. It hadn't been just a test of physical strength, but also of mental fortitude and teamwork. They had to communicate with each other without a sound, coordinating their movements and planning their attack carefully to take down such a large animal. Ogwe had been hunting since he was a young boy, learning the skills from his father and older brothers. He remembered the first time he had helped bring down a deer, how proud he had felt when the other tribe members had praised his skill. Hunting had become more than just a means of survival for him. It was a way of life, a test of his abilities, and a bond that united him with his fellow tribe members. As the night deepened, the fire began to die down, and Agwe felt a sense of satisfaction. His family was safe, his people would be fed, and he had played his part in ensuring their survival. He looked at his children, their faces illuminated by the firelight, and he knew that the future of his tribe was in good hands. They would carry on the traditions he had learned from his ancestors, the art of hunting, the importance of community, and the will to survive against all odds. The Ice Age had been a time of great challenges, but also of great triumphs for humans. In the face of a changing climate and dangerous animals, early humans had found ways to adapt and thrive. Their ingenuity, determination, and adaptability had allowed them to survive in some of the harshest conditions on Earth. And their legacy lived on in the modern human who gazed into the fire, content in the knowledge that he too was a survivor. In the end, the Ice Age was not just a time of hardship, but also a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. It was a reminder that no matter how challenging the circumstances, humans had the ability to not only survive, but to thrive. As we look back on this ancient time period, we can marvel at the ingenuity and determination of the humans who came before us, and we can learn from their example as we face our own challenges today. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating historical tales. And if you want to learn more about ancient history, check out this playlist. See you next time.